Man, we got a top-notch goon and a goblin, Keffe, big boy Keffe D. Now, this guy has been charged with the murder of Tupac. Now, Tupac, he got killed in 1996. I remember. I was at church when Tupac got killed, man. I was a little baby, man. I was sad, man, they didn't kill my boy Tupac, man. This is the guy responsible. He always going on DJ Vlad, telling everything and telling everybody business. And he been going on DJ Vlad for years, man, telling on himself, man. So they finally got enough evidence. They locked this guy up 27 years later, man. And he had his nephew, Orlando Anderson. Everyone says that's the one who really shot Tupac allegedly, but he died years ago. Somebody else shot him in some kind of gang dispute because he's a thug and a gangster himself. So yeah, he deserved everything that's going to him, man. I mean, I don't want to see nobody go to jail, but this thug here, he deserves jail because you done get away with killing Tupac allegedly. Why you keep going to DJ Vlad saying you know who did it? I done seen an interview, he be like, yeah, man, the shots that killed Tupac came from my car, came from his car. Because him and his nephew, Orlando Anderson, his nephew, he was at the Mike Tyson fight with Tupac and Suge Knight. They got into a scuffle with Orlando Anderson, and Orlando Anderson came back a few minutes later and shot Tupac dead. Because Tupac, he wasn't no thug for real, and he was beefing with a real thug who was about that thug status lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? See, there he go right there on DJ Vlad telling about his nephew, Orlando Anderson, that really was Tupac killing. He's smiling, man, allegedly. He stays smiling and just snitching on himself, self-snitching on DJ Vlad's platform. And everyone know that DJ Vlad, he loves to set people up, especially black people. That's how he interviewed black people. He set these black people up and they just fall for it every time. They get to snitching and telling on themselves. It's very sad. Y'all gotta stop. You get away with a crime, man, don't go on the internet and tell on yourself, man. You shouldn't be doing crimes in the first place, but definitely don't go on the internet and make a rap song and tell everybody you did it. I mean, come on, bro. That's all the police do is sit up there and look at the internet and solve the cases. In this case, particularly, that's what they did. They were looking at DJ Vlad interviews, and they just been putting the puzzle together, putting the pieces together. Man, he snitched on himself. He might not have been the person that pulled the trigger, but he had something to do. He was in the car with the person that pulled the trigger, and he wanted everybody to know he was in the car with him, because he thought that was cool to kill Tupac. That's what he thought. That's what he really thought. He thought it was gonna be cool. I get the clout. I killed Tupac. He killed Tupac allegedly, so everybody gonna think he's just a big tough guy. That's what he thought. And he about 75, 85, 65 years old, still with that street mentality, that gangster mentality, man. Come on, man. You gotta do better, man. There you go, right there. Suspect bragged about connection for years before arrest. Dante Keffe D. Davis is a self-proclaimed last living person involved in the September 1996 drive-by shooting that ultimately claimed Tupac Shakur's life. Over 27 years after the shooting death of Tupac Shakur, Las Vegas police have finally made an arrest in connection to the rapper's long unsolved murder. Dwayne Keffe D. Davis, the self-proclaimed last living person involved in the September 1996 drive-by shooting that claimed Shakur's life at the age of 25. Dang, man, he was young. He was charged Friday with the murder with use of a deadly weapon. It's good. I'm glad they charged him because he keeps snitching and saying he did it or his nephew did it. Davis, in essence, signed his own arrest warrant in recent years following the release of his memoir, Compton Street Legend. He done wrote a book about it, snitching on himself. which detailed the Crips members' alleged involvement in Shakur's murder. The infamous Suge Knight, former Death Row Records CEO, was in Shakur's vehicle. And I are the only living eyewitnesses to the deadly confrontation on the Las Vegas Strip between the occupants of our two vehicles. Davis bragged in the description of the book's Amazon listing.